Hey, my loves, it's your girl, Miss Melody XX here. Okay, my loves, this is episode number 4 of the Melody Tumor News Show. And yes, this is a story time of how I lost a really good friend being trans, and how I Googled that person this morning and saw their mugshot. So let me go back. Maybe a year and a half before I really decided to walk in my truth as Miss Melody, I had a really, really good friend. Now, mind you, anybody who's known me from the past know I've never been the super masculine type. I've always been who I am, even before I was Miss Melody. So I had a good friend, and anytime I need anything, this person would pull up on me, give me a ride, give me food, anything of that nature. And we were just good friends. There was never anything sexual. I put that on everything. There was never anything sexual, never anything like that. This person was just a good, genuine friend and somebody who I truly grew to love like a brother. So fast forward, things, I started dressing a little differently, and I noticed one night they were like, "Yo, your clothes are, getting a little different. I know who you are, but it's a little different." Yeah, I said, "Yeah, I'm just becoming me." And I noticed after that, because when he said that, it was after they had brought me some food. I noticed I didn't hear back from them for like 2 weeks. So we still hung out after that, but it was very sporadic. They would come back, they would hit me up like maybe like every 2 3 weeks we would see each other, hang out or whatnot. Whereas before we were hanging out like maybe like every other day. So um, fast forward, I eventually came out on my Instagram, YouTube, and all that. And when that happened, I just didn't hear anything from them. And so I went to call them one day, and um, the number, you know, the, the number was blocked, and I was so hurt because I didn't know anybody, to get in touch with them, and it was very hurtful because I knew that I had lost a really good friend because of who I was, and it was very hurtful. I cried because I really genuinely loved this person. So fast forward, this is like maybe a year and a half. Well, not a year and a half later, but fast forward, this is like the beginning of the pandemic. So maybe like 6 months after the pandemic. Now, mind you, when the pandemic was going on, people were home; they weren't able to go anywhere. So a lot of people were looking a lot more on social media and things of that nature. You watching movies because you couldn't go nowhere when the pandemic first started. So I was sitting on the couch in someone's house, and all of a sudden I get an Instagram, a DM on Instagram, and it says, "Take this picture down now," and it was from them. And I was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Hey, 'cause they didn't speak and I say, 'Hey, how are you?' They just take the picture down, immediate, delete it." And I said, "Hey, how are you? Are you all right?" And they just sent me back and said, "Delete it. Take the picture down now, now, now." And for me, if someone tells me to do something, I have no problem doing what they tell me to do when it comes to taking a post down. But I just always ask them for a reason. So I said, "Hey, is something wrong? What's going on?" And they hit me back and they said, I signed up to be friends with this person named Mel, and I don't know who this Miss Melody person is, and I don't know who they are. I didn't sign up for all that." And I was like, "Wow." I hit him back and said, I thought we were more. I thought we were better friends than that. I thought you had my back. I didn't know it was that much a problem to you. And they hit me back again and said, "Just leave the post, and just don't talk to me anymore." So mind you, then I could have went off, but I said to myself, "You know what? I'm gonna delete the post and leave it alone and let it go." So um, I didn't hear nothing from it, and it hurt me for a while. And think about it, that was the second time I've been hurt by that person. Because remember, I was hurt by them the first time they just ghosted me. Now they hurt me because it's like, oh my God, you seeing my one of my posts connected to yours. It's that hurtful, and just you're so concerned with what people think about you that you can't be friends with somebody who's trans. But I, let it go. I had beautiful people who love me in my life, and but I let it go. Now, second thing about it is the second time it happened, it was a lot easier for me to let go than the first time. The first time hurt me a lot more. So fast forward, I hadn't heard from this person. Every now and then when you lose somebody, you might go check their Instagram and whatnot, just see how they're doing, and you don't think about it. So mind you, I don't think I had checked this person's Instagram or nothing in probably like about maybe since then, like maybe a month or so afterwards. So this morning I got up, and for some reason they came across my mind, and I just said, "Okay, I'm gonna just check their Twitter." And I couldn't find the Twitter, and I said, "Well, maybe they changed their name or something like that." And something said, Google them, Google them, and I just put in their name, and as soon as I put in their name, They name popped up in a mugshot. And I was like, oh my God. So for me, I don't forgot how much I've been hurt. I'm just legitimately concerned because no matter, I'm the type of the way, even if someone done me wrong, I still have a legitimate, just love for you. No matter what someone done me, I just have a love for them. So I immediately went to them, and I know they said the charges were something about disorderly conduct, um, battery or something like that. And for me, it clicks right then, and I said to myself, you know what? I want to hold on to a friendship, but I don't know. But I had to realize that I don't know what was going through his head when he sent me that post about delete and smelling stuff. Because if he was violent with somebody else, then he could have been violent with me. And I'm just so thankful. And I went to their Instagram, and I think the mugshot is way from March. And I went to their Instagram just to check it out, and I think they haven't done any posts since March. I don't know if they're still in jail. I don't know if they're out. I don't know what they're doing. But for me, it gave me a message to say, especially to a lot of trans women, but especially black trans women, when a person shows you who they are, this is the Yana Van Zandt always said that. When a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Because the first time when he ghosted me, I should have let it go. I should have not said nothing else. Should have blocked him, period. But I didn't, because I want to hope. I hope that maybe, something would come, we would become friends again. But I had to realize is that a lot of men, and this is so true, can deal with someone with especially black men can deal with someone being gay and being their friend. But they can't deal with nobody being trans in their friend. And my thing is that I often wonder, did he respect me and he loved me as male? Because when I was male, there was nothing. He saw me simply as a friend. But maybe when I started becoming his melody, maybe some things changed. And I'm not trying to assume anything in someone's head, but we don't know. Because I do know this. There are a lot of guys out there who will disrespect trans women and say this and say that, they're a man, all this. But also, there are a lot of guys who are afraid to admit it, but there are so many guys out here that are attracted to femininity. And so I'm not saying 100% that he was attracted to me or anything was there, but it's just so weird that he could deal with male, but can deal with his melody when ultimately we are the same people, just one needed to walk in their truth more. And so to all my black trans women, I want to say to you, make sure that you are finding someone who loves you for you, doesn't love you for a fetish, doesn't love you for what you do for them, but just simply loves you for who you are and cares for who you are. Because especially also, be careful, my black trans women, because I don't know if anybody do watch this. Remember, 2021 was the deadliest year for gender nonconforming and transgender people. And the majority of those lives lost were black transgender women, transgender women of color. A couple months back, we lost 2 black trans women in Atlanta. I have so many of my friends that even when I go out there, they say, be careful, and I'm always making sure that I have my phone charged on me good at all times, even when I go out of here. So to my black trans women especially, be careful. Trans women, period, be careful, but just be careful and know your worth. And also, do not listen to the lie people say, oh, you're just a trans woman, no one will ever love you, because that is a lie. Okay? Black trans lives matter, black trans women matter, and I hope you've enjoyed my story time, and I hope it inspires someone to just be who they are. That's all I got. I love you, my love, so much. You are so wonderful. You are so beautiful. Now go out there and love yourself. Now go out there and love yourself. Now go out there and love. I don't know. I'm just being silly, but I love you so much. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You are courageous. Black trans women, you rock. I love you so much. Bye. Whew, that was a lot. I can breathe. I told the breath, say, breathe again, breathe again. I can breathe again. Love yourself, my loves. I love you, okay? Bye. So wonderful.